Hello everyone, welcome back to Iron Radio. I'm Ken, and this is the beginning of the 2024 This is Madness series here on the channel. This is our favorite time of year where we get a bunch of participants to submit some rather weird lists because we put some restrictions on them, and then we get to play all of those in a tournament bracket style thing that happens to be in March. So let's take a look at some of the fleets that we chose, but before we do that, let's go over the rules in terms of how these fleets were built. So our rules for Madness 2024, all of these are 300-point fleets. Commanders are not going to be repeated in the bracket. All battles are played on a 3x3 area. There will be no huge or large ships allowed. There is a 100-point squadron cap with 2 aces max. 1 medium base ship is required. There is a maximum of 1 flotilla and 2 of any one ship type. And of course you have to have a full set of objectives. Objectives are limited to the task force battles shown in the Rebellion in the Rim campaign book. Now that we've gone through the requirements for our list building, let's take a look at the 8 fleets that we decided to select for this year's Madness.
This fleet is brought to you by Bajorn. It is a Commander Sato fleet coming in at 299 points. Commander Sato is sitting on an Assault Frigate Mark IIB with Lando Calrissian in the co-pilot seat, boosted comms, and advanced projectors. A Nebula B support refit with auxiliary shield teams, linked turbo laser towers, and the Redemption title. I have an additional Nebula B support refit with auxiliary shield teams, XX9 turbo lasers, and the Vanguard title, and that allows me to take Ordnance Experts. For squadrons, I have Tycho Chelchu, Green Squadron, and 2 A-Wings. This is Jeff Carpenter II's list. It is commanded by Moff Jerjerrod, coming in at 299 points. Moff Jerjerrod is sitting on a Victory II class Victory Star Destroyer with Governor Price, Darth Vader Hallway Darth Vader, linked turbo laser towers, MS-1 ion cannons, the Haro title with engine techs. The second ship is a Quasar Fire 1 with Minister Tua, boarding troopers, boosted comms, electronic countermeasures. The third ship is a Gazanti cruiser with the Emperor on board and CommsNet. And then we have 4 squadrons: Merrick Steele, Colonel Jendon, Black Squadron, and Tempest Squadron. This fleet's brought to you by Joshua Burnett. It is a Admiral Mati fleet coming in at 294 points. Admiral Mati is sitting on a Quasar Fire 2 cruiser carrier with Darth Vader choke you out and re-roll, gunnery teams, and disposable capacitors. The second ship is a Quasar Fire 2 as well, with Agent Callus, gunnery teams, and disposable capacitors. We have another Quasar Fire 1 this time, with Admiral Ozzel, boarding troopers, and disposable capacitors. The final ship in this fleet is a Quasar 1 with Admiral Titus, boarding troopers, and disposable capacitors. Let's see how this very unique fleet will work out.
Coming in at 300 points is an Admiral Ozzel fleet brought to us by James Blackburn. Ozzel is on a Raider 1 Corvette with Hondo Onaka, external racks, and the Corvus title. There's a Victory 1 with Emperor Palpatine, veteran gunners, and linked turbo laser towers. An Architon's light cruiser with linked turbo laser towers. And 4 squadrons. Boba Fett leads the charge with Tel Truvura and 2 Fire Spray 31s. Coming in at 298 points is an Admiral Screed list brought to us by Rovechkin. Screed is on a Victory 2 with heavy ion emplacements. There's a Gladiator 1 with assault concussion missiles, a Raider 2 with disposable capacitors and heavy ion emplacements. And rounding out the combat ships is a Gazanti cruiser flotilla with ComsNet. For squadrons, we have 4 TIE fighters. Coming in at 296 points is an Admiral Piet fleet brought to us by Danger Panda. The flagship is a Victory 1 with Piet, Minister Tua, flight controllers, flag bridge, linked turbo laser towers, the Corruptor title, electronic countermeasures, and all fighters follow me. Second ship is an Architon's light cruiser with Hondo Onaka, advanced projectors, linked turbo laser towers, and the Centaur title. For squadrons, Boba Fett leads the charge with Tel Trevura and 3 generic fire spray 31s. This fleet is brought to us by Mike P. It is a Bail Organa fleet. Bail is on an Acclimator 1 with flight controllers, boosted comms, expanded hangar bay, and the Navuta B title. Second ship is a Pelta medical frigate, projection experts, and parts resupply. There's a Counselor armed cruiser with external racks. And 4 squadrons, Ahsoka Tano, Anakin Skywalker in his Delta 7, and 4 BTLB Y-Wings.
This fleet is brought to you by Lord Kimboat. It is a Count Dooku list, coming in at 300 points. Count Dooku sitting on a munificent comms frigate with flag bridge, XI-7 turbo lasers, and Jedi hostage. I have 2 identical hard cell battle refits, both with B-2 rocket troopers and turbo laser reroute circuits. For fighters, I have PAP, Wat Tambor, and 2 droid tri-fighter squadrons.
Alright, so those are the 8 fleets that we decided to choose for this year's Madness. We've had a couple questions, why 8 and not 16? As much as we would enjoy doing a full 16 fleet Madness, we just do not have the ability in film time to take care of it this year. So unfortunately we had to limit the field down to 8. And it was a hard choice to come down to these 8. Again, we had about 25, almost 30 fleets submitted. So, this is what we have. Now, having said all that, we did decide this year, as opposed to the last couple of years where we chose some schemas to seed them based on power strength, we're just going to do it randomly. Why? It's Madness. So here's what the bracket looks like. Alright, there's our bracket. Starting Friday, March 1st, the first match will begin, and we're going to go all the way through April with Madness. So that's 7 weeks of it. There will be a break in the middle there for Adepticon, so stay tuned for our live coverage there. Now before I go, I want to let you guys know we are also doing a secondary series for Madness. I'm going to be choosing 12 of the remaining fleets that were provided, and I'm going to come up with a Swiss round format that's going to work something like this. So the 12 fleets are going to get put together and randomly matched. We will be using Ed's Armada robot for deployment, and then I'll be playing the game solo as best I can for the 2 fleets. At the conclusion of the first Swiss round, the bottom 4 fleets are dropped. That means that even if you lose one of the games, you can potentially move into the next round. For round 2, again, a new Swiss set is created, and there'll be 8 fleets and 4 matches. Of those matches, at the conclusion of the round, I will drop 2 fleets. So once again, it is possible to lose that match and still progress. I'll then create a new Swiss round with the final 6 fleets and match them together for whoever wins based on total tournament points. Now, unlike doing full games with the regular This is Madness series, I will be doing some highlight reels, and those will get released in the middle of all the other battles during the course of Madness. I'm anticipating most of this will begin after Adepticon, so end of March, beginning of April, and run until about a week, maybe 2, after Madness concludes, so sometime in May. My goal here was to try and get a couple more people involved, and now we've got 20 different fleets that are going to be involved in Madness in either our primary or our secondary series. So hopefully you guys enjoy what we're doing this year. Want to do a special shout out to Admiral Tater and his ship shop. Thank you so much for all the great acrylic rulers and defense token trays and everything else you do for us. If you guys are interested in getting some of that stuff, take a look at his shop. The link's down below, and use the code IONRadio15 for a 15% off any purchase of $50 or more. All the mats used in the This Is Madness series are courtesy of Imperial Star Shop. Link is down below. Great high quality mats, and as you can see, we have them in 3x3, and we're using them for the entirety of the series. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, and of course, check us out on Discord, where you can talk to me, John, or join the This Is Madness channel to get more information and competitive spirit and talk and discussion with all the different players and myself and John. Till next time, I'm Ken, and this is the beginning of madness.